two, one, two, one, two, one, two. One, two, one, two. Oh, oh. Boom, boom, boom. Hey. Oh. Ding, dong, boom, boom. Oh. Pontiac DM3, WYAC. Back in the place to be on odd days and odd nights. We here. Tonight we talking about the fires, brother. And if you want a link to come on in, if you want a link, just let me know. Leave a comment. Let me see what the comment say here. Let me see the comment. All right, let's see what to say. Hold on 1 second here. Okay. Well, soon, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Whoever's watching, would you please go ahead and hit the share button? We about to go ahead and get into it. Next time that I come on, probably be in the next day, maybe the next day after that, Bobby Benton is going to come on and do a special presentation of a thing that she got coming out. And it's very nice, and I think y'all should. Hey, I'm going to let her talk about it when she come out here. But Bobby Benton be coming on here. But tonight we're talking about the fires, man. We're going to be talking about the fires and what's going on with the fires, why the fires started. If you want to call in, you can call in. If you want to chat, you can chat. If you want to come on, you can come on. Just send me, you know what I mean? Send me if you want to come on, you can come on. Just as simple as that. So if you want to, you can leave me a DM right here on the message board. I will see that. And then if you want to leave that message with your email, I can go ahead and send you the link. Or you can send me a private DM. But man, what's going on with these fires, man? What's going on? First of all, I want to say, let me go ahead and turn this down a little bit. Okay, first off, I want to say thank you to all and whoever is tuning in. Let me go ahead and hit a different camera angle on your boom. For everybody that's calling and coming in, or who might call, who might share, whoever might do whatever today, I appreciate you. Thank you for calling and coming in. I'm just going to go ahead and just give it a precursor. Whoever want to come in and call, you can please do that. But I'm going to share right now if nobody else is sharing. So let me go ahead and do that right now. And we can get to going, you know what I'm saying? We can get to going because it's all about talking about what's kind of going on today, man. These days and times is crazy. It's very crazy right now. So I'm going to share again. First off, I want to give a shout out to the city of Pontiac. You know, this is what the show is really kind of based around in a lot of different ways. So, or what's going on in and around and what affects the city of Pontiac. So I'll give a big shout out to the city of Pontiac. Winterfest was this weekend. So giving a big shout out to the coordinators that put that together for the people of Pontiac. I stopped down there very briefly, very quickly. And it was, you know, it was a nice thing that the city of Pontiac put on. For the coordinators that put that on, the Winterfest downtown Pontiac behind the City Hall, it was pretty good. I didn't stay too long, but I went out there and was able to see what was happening, and it was looking like a good time. And then more people came, so a shout out to the city of Pontiac. Also, shout out to Delia Samuel Sharp, or Delia. She was basically downtown, and she had an event this weekend. So, you know, there's plenty of things going on down, not just downtown in the city of Pontiac, but there's plenty of things going on in and around Pontiac. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that had their, you know, their wheels of doing things on this weekend, and you know, had something for the people to enjoy and get something out of, learn from, and whatever the case may be. Just continue, because I know it's not easy. It's not easy to put on events. Events are hard to put on, and they're expensive. So, you know, shout out to them. for doing those things. So, man, first thing first, man, I was looking at, I didn't even know the fires were this bad. I did not know that the fires were this bad. I thought that, my daughter wound up telling me a little bit. She's like, did you see what was going on with the fires? This was last week, like early last week when it first happened. I'm like, and California always had fires. You know what I'm saying? California always had fires. So I wasn't thinking that it was anything major. You know what I mean? I just thought it was just forest fire that they always have, and it burns itself out or it get contained. But I did think it was kind of odd. I'm like, hey, man, like, I never really seen fires. I never really saw fires in January. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we saw fires like in summertime. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was kind of odd to me. Then I seen that it kept on spreading and kept on spreading. I didn't think it was every fire is major and fires spread like that, but we always see fires in California. So I didn't think it was like, nobody knew it was going to be to this scope and imaginable. I never been that way, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know the land. I don't know how it's laid out. Anybody that's coming in, please share. And if you want to come on, you can come on the show. Just leave me a message right here on the message board. I will send you the link and you can come on. Any and everybody is invited and welcome here on Pontiac WYACDM.3. Anybody and everybody can come on. You leave a message, you can get on. Right now, we're just on Facebook, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And we in the vertical mode because the algorithm says so. You know what I mean? So last show, I made 62 cents. I split it with you. So anyways, back to what I was saying. So I didn't think that the fire was as intense as it was until the middle of last week. I'm like, yo. And that's really when it started taking, it was jumping from different place to different place, property started really getting damaged, like at a mass scale. And then when I'm like, yo, this didn't seem right. I knew that somebody probably had started that fire, number one. But number two, the more I start thinking about it, I'm like, man, this feels like, I don't know, like maybe some type of punishment or judgment or something, that I felt like that. I don't know if I was right about how I felt, but something in my soul or heart told me, like, this feel like it's some type of punishment. It's like, what's tripping me out about these fires is that everybody is getting on the radio, everybody's getting on TV or whatever, this news coverage, and you see people crying because of their loss and all that type of stuff, but I don't hear nobody, I'm just going to call it like I said, I don't see nobody saying, God, please save us from the fire. I don't hear nobody saying, God, would you please send rain? I'm not hearing that at all. And I feel like if the people as a mass cried out to God and asked for him to stop this fire, he probably would. You know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like, I don't know if this is some type of punishment or I don't know, what it could be, but it feel like I'm not hearing. It's funny because when 9/11 happened in 2001, when 9/11, please comment if you got any, want to comment on this at all. I'll open up the phone lines. You can call on this if you want to. If you want the actual link, I will send you the link. You can come on the show if you want to. The show is open and free to everybody to come on, okay? But when a disaster happened in this country, let's say 9/11, 2001, when that happened, man, the country was in mourning. And I know it wasn't in the scale because it was just a sudden loss of life in 2001, 9/11. It was just abrupt and devastating. But I saw what happened as a country. People got together and prayed, and as a people, we got together and prayed and all this other stuff, different crossing religious lines, all that other stuff, people praying and calling to God and all this type of stuff, right? What I noticed, and we 20 years removed from 9/11, the country ain't even calling on God no more. That's what I'm seeing. If I miss something, usually you would hear something from let's say the pastors or TD Jakes. Well, TD Jakes in the world of trouble anyway. You know what I'm saying? But Joel Osteen, all these big mega pack, you would hear something from them talking about praying for lost or the community getting together for vigil and prayer. Are we that removed as a country just 20 years ago, as far as 9/11? Like I said, we was a country that prayed or believed or something. We at a point now where we don't even believe and ask God for forgiveness and prayer and restoration. And so I'm looking at it like, yo, where we at? Where are we at as a country at this point? We just 100% carnal. A bunch of disbelievers, people believing in everything, and I'm not. Yeah, you believe in what you want to believe in, but I'm seeing no belief. I'm seeing whatever religion you believe in or whatever you practice. I'm not seeing anybody call on God and asking for nothing. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of rich and famous got affected by this. I'm seeing also a lot of just regular people like me and you got affected by this. And it's heart-wrenching, it's crazy. What I'm seeing, it seems like every single day is getting worse and worse and worse, and it seems like it's spreading and spreading and spreading. I don't know the layout of California. I never heard of Palisades before any of this. So I never even heard of it. I didn't know, it existed. I didn't know that's where the rich and the famous live. I didn't know that's where multi-millions. So think about the scope of property loss. We're talking about in the billions of dollars. That this is almost comparable to the Detroit riots or more or worse. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a loss of property. Think of how long the city of Detroit was dilapidated downtown and all throughout because of the riots and fire. It took 30 to 40 years for it to come back. Now Detroit is, as far as the building and the infrastructure. Think about the property loss and damage that probably will never come back. Even if I don't know. I don't know what to think, really. It's like the whole city, the most influential parts of the city, of far as, the multi-million-dollar spaces and places have gone up in flames. And I just don't know. I'm going to open up the phone lines, and you can call in, but I'm just giving you my opinion on how I feel about what was going on with this whole thing. If you would like to call in, you can definitely do that. The number is, go ahead and switch it for you, 248-905-1128 on the red phone. Make sure it's turned on for you. Make sure it's turned on for you so you can call if you want to call. 248-905-1128. 248-905-1128. If you want to call in, please call in. The number is 248-905-1128. If you would like to come on, you can definitely come on. And so I'm really just what they say, flabbergasted about what's going on with this fire. Also, it seems like the last we're gonna have to get into it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, man. If we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. This governor had the idea of actually running for president in the next term. I don't think this dude should run for nothing. Well, you know what? At this point in time, it's over for him. If he can't run California, if you can't run California, you can't run the country. Look at that devastation right there. Homes upon homes upon homes. From what I understand, there was no water when it was going to the hydrants. So it was a lot of precursors and pre-warnings that was put out there for, the governor to take consideration of, and he didn't do it. And it's just the devastation and the loss I really don't understand. But that just goes to say, man, just be thankful and mindful for everything that you got going on. It could be gone at any moment. Fire is no joke. It will spread, it will catch and go like that. I know. I had a couple instances with fire. You know what I mean? The fireman sitting over there. What's up, fireman? But yeah, I mean, you know, fire is a real danger. It's a real danger. It's a real once fire is out, not contained or uncontained, you really can't contain it. From my understanding is that they're saying that there is containment with the fire, but it seems like the fire is continuing to spread. So if anybody know a little something, anything about this fire, please call in. Please call in 248-905-1128 if you know anybody. I know a couple of people that's in Los Angeles. I don't know. I never been to Los Angeles personally, but if anybody knows anything about this fire, anybody that knows anybody or anybody that's in the Los Angeles area, if you want to call, you can, 248-905-1128. I reached out to the guy that I do know that's in Los Angeles, Kyrie Crump, that's originally from Pontiac, but he lives in Los Angeles now. And, Los Angeles City or Culver City, I believe it is, which is in Los Angeles County. And he's okay. So I'm going to reach out to Kyrie right now, man. I'm gonna let's see if we can get a live. We do this impromptu. I'm going to see if I can get Kyrie. If he ain't at work or how this ever going. Let me see if I can get in touch with Kyrie Crump. Send him a link. Are you available? Because I want to talk to somebody that's in Los Angeles right now. Maybe we can get an exclusive and he could tell us kind of what's kind of going on in Los Angeles right now. I think that'd be a good thing to do if we can do. But other than that, people, how was your second week, or really, the second week of your New Year? How was the second week of your New Year? It's going fast already. We about to enter February. About to be Black History Month. How y'all gonna celebrate it? The shortest month of the year. But the month is going fast already. So far for me, it's been a busy one. It just kind of picked up and started going out the blue. So I want to give a shout out, some shots out. And then we also gonna give a new WIAC award coming out probably the beginning of next week to somebody that I feel that's real deserving in the city of Pontiac. Like I said, they don't look for it, but I feel like, they should have one. So I'm gonna go ahead and, be looking to give out another award. So let's see here. I'm trying to get in touch with Kyrie Crump from Los Angeles, y'all. If y'all can just bear with me 1 second, I'm seeing if I can get him on the show. He's originally from the city of Pontiac, but he's in Los Angeles right now. So I'm going to see if I can get him. If he's available. Also, one of the things that I'm hearing is that the grid is kind of down too in specific areas, so far as, communications. So I don't know how that's going. I heard that Elon Musk is putting together lines of cyber trucks because it has a neural link or something like that that you can use for communication. So I know a lot of communications, they say, has been knocked out as far as that, But again, man, I think as a country, the Bible says, I can't, I don't want to paraphrase, but I don't want to mess this up. So I want to say, my people, look, what does the Bible say? I'm going to get it quote for quote verbatim, what it says right here. This is what the Bible says. Second Chronicles, the Bible says this: if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and I will forgive their sins, and I will heal their land. Repeat that one more time. Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sin, and I will heal their land. Who in need of a healing right now? Because it's right there in the Bible. I ain't heard nobody on TV, no officials, no governor, no mayor, no councilman asking God to heal the land. That's why the land is in my opinion, that's why the land is continuing to go up. No amount of water that they putting on this thing is gonna put this fire out. They can try it as hard as much as they may. The fire gonna go out when the hand of God move it to go out. It's real quite ironic they didn't have the tools necessary to go ahead and thwart this thing. You know what I mean? But look where we at right now with it. So I guess the message of the day or tonight is this, because I didn't have a real big thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to come on because I haven't been on in a minute. But what I'm going to say is this. I think the best thing we can do is look at this as a microcosm for ourself, your land. We can look at this whole thing as what's going on with Los Angeles, internalize that, and look at yourself as Los Angeles. You're Los Angeles, let's say that. Let's internalize it or individualize the city of Los Angeles. Let's say that's you. And whoever been watching me from the beginning, you know where I'm gonna tie this together. I haven't heard one official, mayor, councilman, Miss Fiona, okay, let's see. Hey, Miss Patterson. Let's go ahead and see what the message is of Miss Patterson. Hopefully Miss Patterson wants to come on. Let's see here. Okay. So let's internalize, like I said, you know, the city of Los Angeles, like it's you. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that, it's burning. It's going through something traumatic. It's going through something that that can really be stopped unless, you know what I'm saying, God intervenes and make it happen to stop. Because if we really look at ourselves, we like the microcosm of a city anyway. You know what I mean? You have the governance body, which is the mind. You have its different arms of, you know, functionalities that each city have, you know, the defense system, the law system, the checks and balance, the finance system. That's all just, you know, things are really modeled after the human structure, the human body, or how the human body works. That's how governments work. So think of Los Angeles like you could think of yourself. And say you were in a Los Angeles state of mind or a Los Angeles situation right now where it's burning. Not like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's, you know, you're going through some things and you need to straighten out. But you refuse to call on the higher power, God himself, the great I am, to help you get through or repent from whatever it is that you're going through. Now, you can believe what you want to believe. And yet some things happen how things happen and will happen no matter what happens or how much you pray. It's just how it's supposed to happen. But if you go ahead and pray and ask for forgiveness, mercy can and probably would be given to you. And I guess what I'm saying, or in a nutshell, is that like I don't hear any outcry of the people on a mass scale. And I'm just gonna keep it real. I hear no mass appeal to God, no mass cry out to God, like, help us. Has anybody heard that? Have you heard it, Nas? Have you heard anybody say, I'm just talking to my son that's in the room. I haven't heard anybody say, God, please help us. I haven't heard it on the radio. I haven't heard it on the TV. I haven't even heard it on social media. I haven't heard the televangelists, T.D. Jakes, none of these people. Local pastors, I haven't really heard anything. And nobody's speaking on it that nobody's asking for mercy or repentance now, no more. You know, in Tinseltown, which is Los Angeles, and all the images come through, you know, that we consume far through our eyes, and everything is a go now. Everything is a go. And, you know, I'm pretty sure to God himself, it's a nasty look or a nasty smell in his, you know, nose, and a bad sight to his eyes to see what happens, what's, you know, what comes from Los Angeles, because we got to look at what Los Angeles is. You know, Los Angeles really is kind of almost gives the images to the whole world. You know what I mean? It gives the images to the whole, that's the movie industry. So I really think what's happening with this, man, is like I told you guys, the last shall become first. I believe all the regular content creators, I believe all the homegrown directors, I don't think none of this stuff going to be centralized anymore. I think there's a shift coming or something. I don't know exactly what it may be or could be. But, you know, I think there's a major shift happening, because just this year, the way that this year has started off, it just started off with a bang, literally. You know, and then we got people pushing people in trains, and we got all types of kind of weird stuff happening, you know, off the cusp. So I think, you know, as a people, man, honestly, if you get anything out of tonight, whatever you feel like you doing wrong, not doing or doing, ask for forgiveness, even if you don't know what you're doing or doing wrong. You know, because sometimes when I pray, not to tell you what I pray for, but when I do pray, I ask God to forgive me for the sins that I know that I've committed and the ones that I don't know. Because sometimes we do stuff and we don't even know what we're doing. And I ask him just to give me some mercy. You know what I mean? Give me some mercy for being naive or ignorant on a lot of things. But I think we just got, as a nation, we have gotten to a point where we don't even say sorry anymore. You know what I mean? Like, or ask God for mercy anymore. And I haven't heard nobody even brought this up or even talked about it. I haven't heard. Nobody is praying for mercy and spare, you know, to spare, you know, the city. And I don't know. I don't get it. But I will, as an individual, continue to, and I urge you to, you know, whatever you're doing, pray, ask for forgiveness continuously. You know, try to do your best, you know, even for what you know what you're doing and not doing. And ask for mercy, you know, and just because it's getting different out here, man. It's getting real different out here, very different. So, look, man, me and my buddy was talking, and I'm gonna get off. Me and my buddy's talking. He Mississippi, the guy that I was talking about, that lived here in Pontiac originally, and now he's in Mississippi. And we just talked about the weather patterns that's down there in Dallas or down there in Texas with the snow down there. What's going on in Tennessee, how the weather is, and in Georgia, my sister down there in Georgia, how the weather is different there, how the weather is different in Kansas, like places you ain't really hearing weather or bad or funny weather. It's getting crazy now. You know, so I'm telling you, y'all, you have to be on your P's and Q's. You have to be on your P's and Q's. I know we gotta just continue living. I know we gotta continue making a living. We gotta continue to make a difference in our communities the best way that we can. And we gotta do the best we can. But at the same time, as we doing the best that we can, be watchful. Be watchful and be prayerful. And always continuously asking for forgiveness and mercy. You know what I mean? Because the world is so right now. Not saying live in fear, never that. Don't live in fear. Live your life. Do the things that you need to do or you want to do or you can. But it's time to be smart or smarter and really watch what's going on because, yeah, things are definitely changing. And, you know, really from 2 weeks ago, from the time that we had the New Year's come in to now, a lot has happened. A lot has happened in 2 weeks, y'all. I don't even remember last year coming in like this. I don't remember the year before last coming in like this. Or the year before that. I mean, this came in with just a whole bunch of a whirlwind of events. Like 2025 came in with a whirlwind of different stuff. So, with that being said, y'all, I like to say, hey man, just keep your head on the swivel. Look at and watch what you're doing and who you're dealing with. I'm gonna tell you this: the things that you don't want to do, don't do them. Don't let people convince you, or change your mind. Don't fall into peer pressure or doing some things because you're gonna nowadays you'll get yourself into some shit like for real, and you will never get out of it. That's where we at now. So we in Revelations right now, y'all. We're in Revelations right now. And quite honestly, man, I really think that pastors should be preaching that. I think pastors should be preaching that. And letting people know what time it is, where we are right now, where we are in history. They won't do it. Because it ain't no money in preaching Revelations. There's absolutely zero money in preaching from the book of Revelations. But that's where we are right now, y'all. We are in the book of Revelations. And everybody knows, and I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. I'm straight. I love God, you know what I mean? I try to do my best as I can. I need a lot of help from him, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I never deny God. I never deny God or the sacrifice that Christ has made for me. You know what I mean? I never deny it. But I gotta be honest with you of where we are. Not just as a nation, but the world, as people, where we are. What book? We're in the book. We in the last book of the book. We in the last book of the book, man. And that's where we are right now. And I don't believe that, preachers are preaching that. And I think that they probably should. But that's them. And they know it. So all I can say for you is this. Keep your eyes open. Keep them peeled everywhere that you go. Be very mindful and careful what you're doing, who you're speaking to, and who you're connecting with. I don't care if it's on a business level, because people be wanting to hook up with you on a business level too, that really just, they don't really want to do business. They want to do, they want to get something out for free, for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So most time it ain't business. It's just, what can I get? Be very mindful of what you're doing right now. You know what I mean? When it comes to business and personal relationships, be mindful where you're going and what you're attaching yourself to and who you're attaching yourself to, who you're making these connections with, where you're going, how long you stay there when you go. Yeah, prayers for all the family that have been affected, but you can't pray for everybody. You can't pray for everybody. And I don't. Because if they don't even pray for themselves, like, and these people that, I mean, we in the day of age and the time and space that everybody knows to pray. And I can't be praying for people that don't even pray for themselves or ask for forgiveness for themselves. So, I mean, I guess my prayers would be for those that have called on God already there. That's where my prayers are to or for. I mean, I guess the rain falls on us all, you know, but I'm looking at the stuff, man. It's just crazy. It just, you know, so we just really living in a weird time where we are right now. The wars, we don't even really understand and see. And this is why I think I was talking or going so hard during the election time, because I don't think a lot of us really understand what's going on over there and how just one thing can change that war. One thing can change that war. And it might, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? One thing can change that war that can change everything for the worse, for the worser, if that's even a word, or for the worse. It could really happen. Like, we are so close. You know, the country. And I never paid too much attention as of now to really the state of the country over the last 4 to 5 years, I think. I never really was that, I ain't gonna say I never was really that interested of the state of the country, but I guess for the last several years, I've gotten more interested in understanding what's going on more now than ever. You know, we have a country at this point that it's the enemy within. It's like we know who it's just we know who the outside intruder enemies are, but there's also an enemy within too, you know? There's a lot, it's a lot happening right now. It's a lot happening. So you know, pray for wisdom, you know, knowledge and understanding in a portion that you can understand, in a portion that you can digest, in a portion that you can ingest, you know, and it's just, you know, save as much money as you can. Now, I think now is a time to be trying to, it's like some stuff that I want right now, for real, but I'm not about to get it, you know, because I just, for some reason, it's like everything that I'm making, try to hold on to that, you know. It's like, be smart right now. You know, I would love to have you know, I'm a gadget man. I really like, you know, things, but I'm like, I don't need a lot. I got everything I pretty much need. And at this point, it'd be some stuff that I want, and I really don't need it. So I don't want my eyes to get bigger than my stomach, if you know what that means. You know, make do with what I have, and then just, you know, just make good and right decisions, best decisions that I can make. And don't waste too much time, you know, wasting time with people, you know, or situations. Just keep moving. So at the end of the day, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. I've only been on for 45 minutes roughly. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I just wanted to come on because I didn't come on the last couple of days. Last week was so busy. Appreciative. And I'm glad that when it's busy, I'm happy. But I want to give a big shout out to you know who. The big shout out to Effigy Media Arts that's sponsoring this program. Yeah, Effigy Media Arts is the company, is my company, and the pod is where you can come to get all of your, you know, podcast needs. If it's just basically audio or video recording or live stream. A lot of people like the live stream, but I've been getting inquiries where people just want to come do the audio recording. So hopefully very soon we got a new young lady, hopefully, and I can announce who she is. She might be coming to the pod, hopefully. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad that I'm filling the gap in what I do and how I do it. So yeah, be looking very soon for some things, some new things with the pod, and also we'll be going into my 3rd year there. That's crazy. We'll be going into my 3rd year at the pod. It went so fast, man. It went so fast. So one of these episodes, I'm gonna be talking about how I actually stumbled or fumbled my way into that opportunity in that situation, and it's been kind of working ever since. So I'm so thankful for the pod, Effigy Media Arts. I'm for real. Like if I didn't have the pod, if I didn't make that decision to go ahead and take that opportunity to get the pod, man, it'd be so different for me right now, I believe. So it's been a blessing and everything. So with that being said, y'all, it's a Monday night. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Like I said, just, be prayerful. Think about what you're doing, who you're doing it with. Be watchful, very watchful, and who all in your connections is. Try to save your bread if you can, best way you can. Believe in yourself. Do what feels right to you. Don't be pressured to do anything. And if anything like I just said, any and everything that I just said means nothing, the thing that means the most is make sure that you thank God for everything that you got. Make sure you thank God and ask him for mercy for your ignorance and, just not knowing no better. You know what I mean? Like, make sure you thank God for those types of things. Because, I think just one conversation with God can change things and make miracles happen. I'm a walking miracle, and a lot of people are walking miracles right now. But one conversation or one plea to the man upstairs, the Bible said he will hear from heaven. I'm going to repeat that one more time, man. I'm going to repeat that one more time on my way out because I think it's important. I'm going to repeat this verse one more time. And the Bible says, if my people, which are called by my name, meaning that God has a people. He have a certain people. We got to find out who those people are. You got to find out. I know I'm one of those people. But the Bible says in Chronicles 7:14, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and I will heal their land. It's right here in the Bible. The Bible is the most accurate out of all, and it's true. One thing God won't do and can't do is lie. If the people of Los Angeles, I'm talking about the brass, I'm talking about the people, the upper-ups, if they cried out to God right now, I guarantee you he would send some rain. I guarantee it. If the nation cried out to God, he will send the rain. Because I don't even see how, all this stuff that they doing and pouring on it, it ain't even doing nothing. So it's like, it's continuous. I seen something on the news where it said Wednesday, it should be somewhere else. Like the fire by Wednesday is going to be somewhere. It's like my buddy sent me a satellite picture the other day. And it showed it, man. It was crazy. I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know the fires were that bad. And it just seemed like it's going and going and going and going and going. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. With that being said, the last shall be made first. I ain't coming to make a testimony or trying to be a preacher tonight, but I'm saying, hey, it is what it is. With that being said, people, I hope and pray that you be safe. Keep yourself safe. Watch what you're doing, all your surroundings. Keep God first. I will be back. I think Bobby Benton, next time that I come on, Bobby Benton may be coming on. She have a special thing she wants to go ahead and present or talk about. It ain't present. She already done rolled it out. But she's going to be talking about something, for a couple of seconds and just talking about what she got that she want to give or show to the public. I think it's a great idea and product that she have. So I'll be looking forward to that. I don't know if it's tomorrow or Wednesday. I don't know how it's going to really go. I don't know how the week going to go. But I will be back very soon. Then again, I might be back tomorrow morning. I've been saying for the last couple of days I want to be back and come back on the morning, but I haven't had a chance to be here on the morning because I get up. It's like I get up in the morning, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing things right almost away. But that's a blessing in itself because that's where I wanted it to be. So we will be talking very, very soon. Keep God first, family second, and you third. And in that order, you should never be last because the last is always made first. And I'm out. One love. Y'all have a good night and see ya.